Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 2 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 838, push dominoes. So let's read the problem statement first. There are n dominoes in a line and we place each domino vertically upright, okay, in the standing order like this, okay, all the dominoes. In the beginning, we simultaneously push some of the dominoes either to the left or to the right, okay, left or to the right. After each second, each domino that is falling to the left pushes the adjacent dominoes on the left, okay. So if there is one domino here, so it is going to push that domino to the left also if this domino is going to push towards the left side, okay. So after each second, each domino that is falling to the left pushes the adjacent dominoes on the left. Similarly, the dominoes falling to the right push their adjacent dominoes standing on the right, okay. So if there is any other domino which is just standing on the right, okay, and if this domino is pushing to the right, then this is also going to push in the right direction, okay. When a vertical domino has dominoes falling on it from both sides, it stays still due to the balance of the forces, okay. So now let's suppose this dominoes is here, okay, standing still, okay, and if this domino is forcing to this direction and if this domino is forcing to this direction, then it is going to stay still because equal forces are applied from both the sides, right. When vertical domino has dominoes falling on it from both sides, it stays still due to the balance of forces. All right, for the purpose of this question, we will consider that falling domino expends no additional force to the falling or already fallen domino, okay. You are given a string dominoes representing the initial state where dominoes of I is equal to L, okay, if the ith domino has been pushed to the left. Dominoes of I value is equal to R if the ith domino has been pushed to the right, and dominoes of I is equal to this dot symbol if the ith domino has not been pushed. Alright, we have to return the string representing the final state, okay. So now let's understand this complete problem statement with an example here, okay. So see, this is the input given to us, right. So this dot means that this domino is standing still, right. So here I say it like this: 0 index, okay, at 0 index this domino is standing still, at 1 index left side, okay, so see left arrow, at 2 index standing still, at 3 we have R, okay, so this is right direction. And same way 4, 5 and 6 are still, and then 7 is L and 8 is R, 9 is still and 10 is still also, 11 is left and 12 is standing still and 13 is standing still, okay. So these are the dominoes initial state, okay, right, and we have to return the this state, okay. But before seeing this state, let's see a few things, okay. So here let's suppose uh, here we have some value, okay, a value, and inside this all the dominoes are standing still, okay, all the values are standing still, and here is some value, right, here is some value, right. So now here in this case, if I say that if this value is equal to this value, right, so you can say if my a is equal to b and let's say both are L, okay, both are L, okay. So this domino is falling to the left side and this domino is also falling to the left side, okay. So left side, right, so all these dominoes will also move to the left direction, okay, fall into the left direction only, right. This one also to the left, this one is also in the left because of this, okay. So I have to fill them with the value of any value, right, both are same, right. So here if this a, if we say that a is and b both are L, so here I have to fill like this, okay. This is your a and this is your b, okay. So in between you are filling all with L, okay, if both are L, right. And the same way if both are R, then this is going to fall in the right direction, and this domino which is standing still here is also going to fall in the right direction, okay. So all are going to fall in the right direction in between, okay, all are, right, okay. So this is the first case. Now there is one more case. Let's suppose these are the dominoes which are standing still, and here there is one domino A and there is one domino B, and this domino is falling to the left side and this domino is falling to the right side, okay. So now if this is falling to the right side and this is falling to the right side, okay, then there is not going to be any impact in the mid, right. So they are still going to standing still only, okay. So this is case one when both are same, right. So we have to just fill the same values inside this, okay. This is the second case when this is L and when this is R, okay. So there is no impact here, okay. So nothing impact, no impacts here, right. So we don't need to make any changes, done, okay. Now third case, let's suppose we have dominoes like here A, and these are all the dominoes which are standing still, 1 2 3 4 5, and there is one domino B, okay. So now here let's suppose this domino is falling to this right side, okay, and this domino is falling to this left side. Okay, so now here, if this is R and this is L, okay, so here in 1 second this is going to apply force to this one, so this is going to become R. Same way this is going to apply the force to this one, and this is also going to move to the left, okay, fell into the left. Then in the next second this is going to move, force this domino to fall in the right side, and then in the next second, in the same second also, this is also going to force on this domino, okay, and it's going to move to the left side. Okay, and here now see, uh, there is no impact going to be on this particular domino, because we are applying equal forces from both sides. Okay, so 3 R's and 3 L's here, so this domino is going to stay still. Okay, so here what is this case? So when we have odd number of dominoes, when we have odd number of dominoes in between, odd number of dominoes in between, and case is this R and L. Okay, first R and L. Okay, this is the case. And when in between we have odd number of dominoes, then the dominoes which are near to this side, okay, we are going to fill them with this value. Okay, and the dominoes which are near to this side, okay, we are going to fill this, and this is equal distance to this and equal distance to this. Okay, so we are not going to change this, right? This is going to stay still only, right? So in 3 case 3, this is first part A. Okay, and in this 3 point also there is one more part, same A and B, but we have even number of dominoes in between. Okay, so in that case, let's suppose this is also R, okay, and this is also L. Okay, so this is also R and L case, but even number of dominoes in between. Okay, even number of dominoes in between. Then in that case, we are going to see in 1 second this is going to fall here, okay, R, and also this is also going to fall here. Then this is moving R and this is moving L. Okay, so in the end this is going to the case, right? R, L, L. Okay, so this is nearest to this point is nearest to this point is nearest to this point is nearest to this. Okay, so if we have L here, so we are going to fill LL here. If we have R here, we are going to fill RR here. Okay, that's it. Okay, so these are 3 important cases, right? So now this problem is very easy. Okay, so now see this. So how I'm going to solve this problem? Okay, so here in all these cases we are considering one starting and one ending. Okay, right? A and B, and in between we are feeding the values, right? In between we are feeding the values, in between we are feeding the values of values. Okay, so here I can do one thing now. Here I can place one extra domino. Okay, one extra domino here, and I will just felt this one to left side. Okay, because it was not going to create any impact to the main dominoes. Okay, if I just fell this into the left side. Okay, so I'm going to create one domino here, and also I'm going to create one domino here. All right, and I am going to fell this domino to the right side. Okay, done. So here now if you see in total how many, initially the length was 14, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Okay, 14 length was there. Now I have added 2 more. Okay, so length is 16, right? I have added 2 more, right? So length is going to be 16, right? So I'm going to create 2 arrays, one of int type, okay, in which I'm going to store the indexes where there is a movement, okay, L and R, right? And also I'm going to create one symbols array, and I'm going to store the symbols, okay, where there is a movement. Okay, so here what you need to do, initially this, okay, this is moving to the left side. Okay, so here I will store indexes of 0. Okay, this is the first moment. Okay, so indexes of 0, I'm not saying this index. Okay, this index. Okay, so I can say that this is at -1 and this is at 14. Okay, so at indexes of 0, so that simply means -1, okay, of the original dominance. Okay, so at -1 there is one moment, and at this symbols of 0, okay, 0, let's say this is a number. Okay, 0 number, 0 number domino. Okay, so symbols of 0. Okay, and here the moment is to the left side. Okay, then after that there is moment here. Okay, there is one moment here. So here what I'm going to do, next moment. Okay, so here indexes of 1. Okay, and the moment is to add this 1 index. Okay, and this symbols of this 1 is to the L side. Okay, so this is how we have to fill this complete. Okay, so here same way here indexes at then 2 we have to fill. Okay, so next moment is at this 3. Okay, is at this 3, and moment is in the right side. Okay, then after that there is next in moment for the third domino, okay, which we see in moving direction. Okay, so I3. Okay, so 1 2, this is 0 1 2 and 3 is left. Okay, 3 is left side. Okay, at 7, and this is to the left side. All right, then next this one. Okay, so here I4, okay, and this one is at 8, okay, and here S4, and the movement is right, okay, and then after that this one, okay, so here I5 is at 11, okay, movement is at 11, okay, of this original string dominoes, and S5 is, okay, symbol is left side, okay, and then after that this S6 is R, okay, for 14, okay, so I6 is 14, okay, so this is what we need to create, okay, so here see indexes, okay, so if there is a movement on all these, okay, so right now there is only movement until here 6, right, only 6 dominoes are there in, but if there is a movement on all of them, right, so that is why I'm going to create these indexes and symbols array, okay, of size n plus 2, okay, because we have values until here, okay, until 15 we have values, okay, so if you see 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 until 15 we have values, right, okay, so here 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, okay, so if I'm passing n plus 2, so original n value is nothing but 13, original n value is 14, okay, 14 plus 2 16, that simply means that we have values from 0 to 15, okay, total 16 values, right, so that is why I'm going to create indexes and symbols of length n plus 2, right, and then after that I'm going to store like this 0 1 2 3 4 5, okay, so this is not a number, okay, the number of moving dominoes, okay, initially, so this is what I have to prepare first, and then after that, okay, and yeah, once this is done, then after that what you need to do, okay, so now after that you have to just check, okay, so here see, now you have to just iterate over all these symbols one by one, okay, all these indexes and symbols one by one, okay, so here if you see uh, here first this L symbol, okay, and then there is one symbol at 1, okay, so at -1 there is one symbol, and at 1 there is one symbol, okay, and both symbol are L, okay, so in between there is empty space, right, in between there is empty space, right, so now I told you that if this, okay, this is the extra that we take here, and this is L, okay, this is L and this is L, so definitely if both are same, so in between we have to fill L only, right, so see here L is coming up here, okay, so I have filled L, now here this is L and this is R, okay, so both are moving to this direction, okay, so definitely there is not going to be any impact, okay, so L and R case we have to ignore, right, so here I've told you that L and R case we are ignoring, there is no impact, okay, this is done. Now here this is R and this is L, okay, so in between we have two now, we have three, okay, odd number, so this is going to face this impact and this is going to face this impact, and in between there is empty, okay, so this is done. Then this is R and this is your this one is left, okay, so even number, so this is going to become R, this is going to become L, okay, then here this is L and this both are going to become 2 dot dot only, because this is L and this is R, okay, then there is no impact, okay, so in the end if you see we have filled all this, right, so in the end you have to just return these two now until this one, okay, this one only, not extra ones, okay, so if you see compare this L dot R dot L R dot dot, okay, so that is your output, all right, so this is what you need to do, okay, so these are the cases that we need to write in our code, okay, then you guys will get much better understanding of what we are doing, okay, so but first initially we have to fill all this stuff, okay, so let's write the code, and side by side I will also explain what I'm writing in the code, okay, so here in the first part just calculate the length of the dominoes, okay, so int n is equal to dominoes dot length, okay, this is string, right, and then after that create two arrays, okay, one is indexes and one is symbols, okay, so indexes is equal to new int and here n plus 2, okay, and now here symbols, okay, so char array and here symbols is equal to new char, and here you have to write n plus 2, okay, and you already know why we are writing n plus 2, right, and here then after that take one variable int length is equal to 1, okay, and length 1 I'm taking because I'm already considering this domino which is falling to the left side, okay, at -1, okay, this is -1 of the -1 index, okay, before that, all right, so here I can say okay, indexes at 0, okay, indexes at 0, okay, this is base case, indexes at 0 I'm setting it to -1, okay, this is at -1, and symbols at this uh, symbols at this position, okay, symbols of zeroth dominoes which is in moving statement, okay, is I can say L, okay, this is done, all right, so indexes of this one I'm writing, okay, index of 0 minus 1 and symbols of 0 L. Okay, this is done. Now we have to fill for other dominoes, okay, from here to here, all other dominoes, right? So here I can say, all right, so here I can run one loop, okay, for int I is equal to 0, okay, and I is less than and I plus plus, okay. So here what I'm doing, I'm going to checking these ones only, okay, 0 to 13 first, okay. This I have handled and this I will handle after I handling all these 13, okay, indexes. All right, so here what I'm going to do, here I will check if Dominoes is in moving statement and in moving state, okay, then only I have to consider, right? If Dominoes is not in moving state, then I don't need to do anything, okay. So here Dominoes dot char at the particular index I, okay, if it is not equal to this, okay, that simply means that that particular domino is in moving state. All right, so if that particular domino is in moving state, so I have to update the next, okay. So this is 0, so next time I will say it is equal to 1, okay. So here I can simply say now indexes of this length, okay, len, here I will say that I index, okay, and here same way symbols of L I have to pass symbols of this I will say dominoes dot char at the particular index I, okay, and then next time increment the length, okay. So next time first here it is 1 1, and then for the next step it is going to become 2, then 3, then 4, then 5 9 6, okay. So we are going to fill until here everything, okay. Then this is one more case that we have to handle, okay, the extra that we have placed here, okay, which is moved to the right side. So here this here your for loop ends, and here you have to write indexes of this at n, okay, and simply means 14, okay. So add 14, right? So here a small n should be there now, small n, okay. And here then here you have to write symbols at this particular position, okay, symbols and this, okay, you are going to say it is equal to r, all right. And then after that you have just increment the length. All right, this is done. Okay, now we have created all this stuff, okay, we have created all this stuff, right? Now we have to just trying to fill out all this stuff, okay, ll or all of this, okay, using these three base cases, okay, this and this we have to ignore, okay. LRR, this is not going to be any impact, okay. So we have to only care about this case and these two cases, right? Okay, so now here create one char, okay, and here write answer, okay. Here we will just fill the characters, okay, and here you just convert the dominoes to the char array, okay, dominoes string, dominoes to char array. All right, this is done. Okay, then after that just run one loop, okay. So here for int index is equal to 0, and index should be less than length minus 1, and here index plus plus, okay. So here this should be length minus 1, okay. So we don't need to add this particular length, right? We have already incremented one time here extra, okay. Then that means my length is 7, but here I'm subtracting 1, so 6 before 6, okay, until here. So until here only we have to deal, because these are the only dominoes, these are the additional ones, we don't need to consider those, okay. So here this is done. Now here create very few variables like int I, and I is equal to indexes of the index, okay, done. Okay, so this indexes of index value. All right, and j, same way take j as well, okay, take j also. J is equal to here indexes of, you can say indexes of index plus 1, okay, index plus 1. All right, so this is going to be your j. All right, and then same way you have to take the symbols as well, okay. So here you have to write character x is equal to, okay, and here symbols of index, and here y is equal to symbols of index plus 1, okay. So this is done, right? So here index is just iterating over all the lengths, right? So index is 0, so here indexes of 0, right? And here indexes of 1, right? So here see, I'm just comparing these two now, these two first. So symbols of 0, okay, here see minus 1, and here this is nothing but 1, okay. So at minus 1 and at 1 in between we have 0, right? So here see a symbol at this position is L, symbol at this position is L, and here these are the indexes. Okay, index as that is -1 in this position, and here 1, right? So I is equal to indexes of index. Okay, indexes of index value -1, and here 1, and here we have L, and here we have L. Okay, so X and Y, right? So now I'm just going to compare. Okay, so here you have to just compare. Okay, these two, right? These two. All right, so here what you are going to do, first you are going to check the symbol. Okay, so if your X is equal to Y, okay, that is same in this case, right? If X is equal to Y, so both are L in this case. If you see, okay, you are taking these two and both are same here, L and L. So you have to fill this with L only, right? So here inside this, what you have to do, you have to run one more loop. Okay, and int k is equal to I plus 1. Okay, I plus 1. So I is here, if you see, I is this -1. Okay, -1 plus 1, 0. Okay, so from 0 you have to start, right? Right, and it is going to run until j is here, j is at this position, right? J is here at this position, I is here, so I plus 1. From here your k is running until here only. Okay, it will stop here until less than j, right? So here k is I plus 1. Okay, and here you have to write k is less than j, and here k plus plus. Okay, and here you have to fill answer of k with any value. Okay, x and y both are same now, so you can write anything. Okay, this is done. Now this is one case. Now in the other two cases, okay, so here this case we have to ignore, right? When this is L and when this is R, so we don't need to actually write it. There is not going to be any impact. Okay, when this is the case. But when this is the case, when this is R and this is the L, then we have to check these two things. Okay, otherwise here it is going to remain same now. There is no impact, so we are not going to consider write this case only, right? As we are not going to make any changes. So in the else part I will check now. Else here I will directly write else if my here x value, if it is equal to R. Okay, and and my y value is equal to y small. Okay, is equal to the L value, right? Then in that case again you have to run this k loop. Okay, inside this, but now we have some different format to fill the values. Okay, so control, 1 second, copy this. Okay, so copy this here. Now inside this we are just going to fill. Okay, so here 1 second, it's not import, right? Yeah, so here inside is same. Okay, same condition, but here you have to check few more things. Okay, all right, so inside this, first one if condition. Okay, if k minus I distance, okay, if it is equal to j minus k, that simply means that it is a old number. Okay, so if the both the distances are same, okay, for a particular point, okay, from both the directions, okay, from both the sides, then definitely that point is going to mid one. Okay, so in midpoint you already know that there is not going to be any impact. Okay, so here I'm just going to write dot. Okay, there is no impact there. Okay, this is done. And here here in this part, else if, now here check this, if k minus I, okay, distance is less than k j minus k. Okay, j minus k. So in that case what you have to do, you have to use update answer of k value with R. Okay, so distance from this is going to, R is going to make the impact. Okay, so this side is closer, right? And here in the else part, in the else part you have to just update the answer of k to L. Okay, L, that's it. Okay, done. And now in the end, here your this ends. Okay, this ends here, this for loop ends here. Okay, now after this you have to simply write return, since return type is string, right? So here return string dot value of this particular array. Okay, answer. So it is going to convert this to string. Okay, since return type is string. Okay, right? So now let's run the code and see if there are any code issues. We'll try to fix that. So yes, so here what we are writing, okay, so it should be length plus plus now, length plus plus. Okay, so now let's run it again. So here also, okay, we haven't initialized it, so here int. Okay, let's run it again. So see, all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit it. And the time complexity of this problem is going to be O of n, right, since we are running one single for loop, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you, bye bye.